Exploiting morale is a really powerful weapon in Rust. Look at this 2x2. Looks pretty juicy from the outside. It's metal, it's got some armored walls. There's good stuff in there. So let's go raid it, boys. Here we go. The toxic neighbors are going down. And you get in. The first thing you see is an armored wall with drop boxes on it. Everybody knows what drop boxes mean. There's one in, there's one out. There's loot hidden behind that wall. Either it's the TC or there's loot. But you know what? Let's go ahead and take down the garage doors. You know, we can splash them with a rocket. So we took those down. And oh, Jesus. Okay, we have another set of drop boxes. And a third set of drop boxes. I can't splash them. You know, if I start splashing them here, it's going to break the stone wall, and then I won't be able to splash them anymore. Same thing here. The workbench is in the way. There's the metal wall. It's going to cave in before I can finish splashing. The outside is armored. You know, oh, Jesus. Okay, well, what's back here? Still no TC. The best part is, even after the enemy is demoralized, it doesn't even matter if they decide to raid it or not. You can choose to not have anything back here at all. Look at this one. There's nothing back here. you don't even have to have anything back there. Drop boxes send a very, very serious message to would-be raiders. They have to make a decision. Is there something back there or not? They're almost always going to think there is. And the fact that there could be something back there is actually a deterrent, if you think about it. They're not going to look for the TC because they have 3 options. They don't know where to start. All of a sudden, instead of being a 6 or 8 rocket raid, this is a 20 or 30 rocket raid. They weren't expecting this. Use the power of these drop boxes to your advantage. Maybe you do store loot back here. Okay. You know, store some loot back here. It's fine. Maybe the TC isn't even in any of those honeycomb rooms at all. Maybe it's back here. And you're using the horse glitch to get back here. Or the box glitch. You see what I mean? Whether you have loot back there or not is irrelevant. The problem is the same to the enemy. They have a choice to make, and they're probably going to crumble from analysis paralysis. Do I want to spend all these rockets trying to figure out where the loot is in this base? And the answer is almost always going to be no. And this isn't a perfect base, I know that. I really wanted to show you all this concept. It's the psychology behind it. It's the demoralization of raiders that's the power here. It's not the drop boxes themselves. It's the message that the drop box is sending. It's the probability issue. It's the choice that the raiders have. What do I do now? What do I do at this point forward? And it's almost always going to be, I'm leaving. I don't care where the TC is. I don't care where the rest of the loot is. I'm leaving. I'm not going to spend 20 or 30 rockets exploring this base whenever I don't know what's back there. I don't know if there's anything back there. And clearly you would have maybe 5 or 10% of your loot in the actual base and then store the rest of your loot elsewhere. But again, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that the enemy has to make an unexpected decision that's going to be extraordinarily expensive to even try. That's the true power here. Use drop boxes and morale to your advantage in Rust.